Hi, welcome back. In this week's module, we're going to take what we've learned about writing paragraphs and start building a complete essay. First, let's start by taking a look at what an essay looks like. Now, in many ways, an essay is very similar to a paragraph. A paragraph and an essay both have a main point, usually stated at the beginning. In a paragraph, the main point is the topic sentence. In an essay, the main point is the thesis, or what is sometimes called the thesis statement. A paragraph and an essay both have a body section that explains and supports the main point. In a paragraph, the body section contains a series of sentences. In an essay, the body section contains a series of paragraphs. Another similarity is that paragraphs and essays can be of the same type. For example, you can write a narration paragraph, and you can write a narration essay. You can write an illustration paragraph, and you can write an illustration essay. You can write a process paragraph, and you can write a process essay. You can also write an argument paragraph, and you can write an argument essay. But paragraphs and essays do have a few differences. An essay has a title, an introduction paragraph, a series of paragraphs that make up the body, and a conclusion paragraph. So how long should an essay be? Well, the short answer to that question is as long as it needs to be to make your point and provide enough supporting details to support that point. However, in most English composition courses, you'll find that instructors are fairly specific about how long your essay should be for a given assignment. Here are a few guidelines to give you a rough idea of how long your essay should be for this course. Following the title, which can count as one sentence, the introduction paragraph should be approximately 4 to 5 sentences. The body of your essay should include at least 3 or 4 paragraphs, and each of those paragraphs should include 8 to 10 sentences. And the conclusion paragraph should be about the same size as the introduction, 4 to 5 sentences. So altogether, we're looking at 40 to 50 sentences total, which is equal to roughly 600 to 750 words. So where's the best place to start when writing an essay? Well, I like to divide the process into 3 parts. And I have a worksheet for each of these parts that will help you complete the process. In part 1, I'll have you explore different possible ideas or topics for an essay. For each of those topics, you will write a thesis statement and then also write topic sentences that you could use as the first sentence of each paragraph. In part 2, I'll have you choose one of your favorite topics from part 1 and then write paragraphs to support your thesis statement for that topic. In part 3, I'll have you create a title, an introduction, and a conclusion for your essay. After you've completed all 3 worksheets, you might consider copying your work to a word processing program like Microsoft Word or Microsoft Works. This can make it easier for you to edit and revise your essay. However, if you prefer, you can continue to use the PDF worksheets I provide to compose your essay. I'll leave this decision up to you. Let's take a closer look at part 1. At the top of the worksheet, you'll find a box for entering a topic idea. Now, a topic can be about anything you like: sports, science, politics, family, education. What's important is that you know how to narrow those big topics down before you start writing. For example, a topic like good health is much too large to write about in one essay. These more narrow topics, like fighting a cold, taking vitamins, or getting enough sleep, would be much better choices. They're still related to the larger topic of good health, but the more narrow focus makes them a much more manageable size for writing about in an essay. How about the topic of crime? Again, this is much too large of a topic to write about in one essay. However, these more narrow topics like teen shoplifting, safety in college dorms, or locking your car doors would be much better choices. How about the topic of baseball? Again, this is much too large of a topic to write about in one essay, but a more narrow topic like baseball and racism or baseball and steroids would be much better choices. In my example here, I think I'll use the topic idea baseball and racism. Next, I'll have you write a thesis statement based on your chosen topic idea. Now, as I mentioned earlier, a thesis is the main point of your essay. It's the basic idea that you want to share with your readers, and it can also be an opinion that you have about a particular topic. A thesis is usually located in the introduction paragraph of your essay, and in many cases, it is the last sentence of the paragraph. Let's take a look at some examples. If your essay topic is about baseball and racism, a good thesis statement might sound something like this. Although 60 years have passed since Jackie Robinson faced segregation in professional sports, racism is still alive and well in baseball. This kind of thesis statement first tells the reader that your essay is about baseball and racism, but it also includes an opinion. Racism is still alive and well in baseball. How about an essay about quitting smoking? A good thesis for this essay might sound like this. I quit smoking not only for my health, but also to prove that I can break a bad habit. Notice how this thesis statement does a good job of taking a large topic like quitting smoking and narrows it down to a smaller, more specific statement. How about the topic choosing your first pet? A good thesis for this essay might be, cats make a better first pet because they are easier to care for than a dog. Again, notice how this thesis narrows down the larger topic of choosing a pet and also includes the author's opinion about which type of pet is a better choice. Keep in mind that a well-written thesis statement can really help get your essay off to a good start. So here are a few of the more common mistakes in writing a thesis statement that you should try to avoid. Avoid making your thesis statement sound like an announcement, with words like, this essay will, or this paper is about. It's much better to leave off the introduction and simply state what your essay is about. Young adults should watch what they eat now to avoid health problems later in life. Also avoid a thesis statement that is too broad, like, racism is a big problem in this country. As I've mentioned before, these kinds of topics are not only too large to adequately cover in a short essay, but they can also be too obvious or too familiar with readers to capture their interest. A better choice might be, racist parents produce racist children. Do you see the difference here? On the other hand, a thesis can also be too narrow. For example, my sister pays $40 a week for a special formula for her baby. This might be a good topic sentence for a paragraph, but it's much too small for an entire essay. A better choice might be, my sister had little idea what it would cost to care for a new baby. After you have decided on a topic and have written a thesis statement, I want you to write some possible topic sentences you might use in the paragraphs of your essay. As I've mentioned before, the purpose of a topic sentence is to introduce what you will discuss in that paragraph. Also, the topic sentence should be the first sentence of the paragraph. Let's take a closer look at a topic sentence. In my example about baseball and racism, the first paragraph of my essay might start with this topic sentence. Baseball did its part 67 years ago when Robinson broke the color barrier. From here, I would write another 8 to 10 sentences about Jackie Robinson and his significance in regard to racism in baseball. Another possible topic sentence in my essay might read, the African American population in baseball has shrunk steadily over the last 6 decades. From here, I could easily write another 8 to 10 sentences about the number of African American players in baseball leagues, and some of the possible reasons why that number is shrinking. Here's another possible topic sentence for my essay. There are times when the baseball industry feels helpless against racism. Again, from here I would write another 8 to 10 sentences all about the baseball industry's position on the subject of racism. Or how about urban baseball programs show promise for improving the racial diversity of professional teams? As you'll see in the Part 1 worksheet, I want you to come up with 4 different possible topic ideas that you might write about in a complete essay, along with a thesis statement for each of those topic ideas. Next, I'll have you write 4 possible topic sentences you might use to start off each paragraph in that essay. This type of exploration should give you a fairly good idea which topic idea might work best for a complete essay. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time.